Hey guys, it's Tony here at Gamefreak blog again, just bringing you another fun-filled video in the Gamefreak Revisit series. This time it's Star Wars Battlefront 2, which I'm sure most of you have played at some point. If not, shame on you, it's an absolutely fantastic game. So we're just jumping in here. I'm just basically going to go through the very first introductory level. So you can see here from the main menu you've got your normal single player modes, you've got your multiplayer modes. Single player consists of, you've got your training, space overview, which is basically just your kind of, teaches you how to use the ships and everything like that. There's Galactic Conquest, which basically sees you as a member of the Clone Troopers 501st Legion, rising through the ranks. Takes you all the way through the start of the Clone Wars, all the way through to the events that happen in Star Wars. I believe it concludes with the level on Hoth. Yeah, we're just going to jump straight in. This is the training mission, once again, as I kind of put on the blog the other day regarding the Star Wars games that I've put on so far. So Lego Star Wars, the Republic Commando game. They all seem to start with Geonosis as like a starting level, as I kind of mentioned on those ones there. The old show-off levels with the games used to be like Hoth, and now with all the recent games it's all been Geonosis. So let's just jump in, listen to the intro, and I'll tell you a bit more.
Nothing at all like the simulations on Camino. Of course, that's pretty much the way it was for all of us, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
All that breeding, all those years of training. It doesn't really prepare you for all the screaming or the blood, does it? Frankly, I'm still amazed we ever made it through the first hour.
So basically with this, this training level, it just shows you, I mean, if you've played Battlefront before, you know all this. It's teaching your grandma to suck eggs or whatever the analogy is. But essentially what you've got, you can choose different classes. So you've got snipers, you've got heavy troopers, you've got your standard troops, you've got engineers. And you have to kind of take over a battlefield by taking over kind of like command posts, if you like. So here, this is the first one, so we've got to follow the checkpoint down here, which I believe is just, there's been some droids spotted in the area, so you've got to go and take those out. So the games are huge. There's like vehicle sections, on-foot sections, as you see here. Lots of different objectives to go through, whether it was just taking out robots, capturing a kind of base, destroying a commander, destroying a certain vehicle, that kind of thing. And it was spread over loads of kind of familiar and not so familiar levels if you're kind of into Star Wars and you've seen the films and played the games and everything like that before. The ones all these ones that are kind of set in the Clone Wars, I kind of liked them. It introduced like the new Jedi characters and things like this, but I much preferred the ones from the original trilogy, if you like, all the fighting on Hoth and Endor and things like that. Some of those levels were absolutely fantastic. So we've got to capture the ship here. So essentially this little glowing object, you've got to just kind of hang around it. If you've played like any kind of domination game from Call of Duty or that kind of thing, you just got to hang around until the insignia there is filled up with your colour. And when it gets kind of like challenged by the bad guys, you'll see it half struggling with the blue and red as you're kind of combating for the different areas and different objectives and things like this. So running up to it and hitting Y means you can, as soon as you've unlocked a certain class, you can then select that class. So, the different objectives that you'll face, you may have to kind of change different troopers. So here, as you see, I've got to repair the medical droid. I've got to repair the ammo droid that's on the other side of that as well. So again, the big thing that Battlefront 2 added over Battlefront was they kind of increased the AI a little bit. The characters weren't so dumb. Yeah, I mean, you still see them fucking running off the edges of cliffs and everything like that in this game, which is a bit dud, but, it's a lot better than what the first one was. There was vehicular space combat as well, so you could get in a base on like a Star Destroyer, jump in a TIE fighter or something like that, fly into space, have a bit of a space battle, land in the opponent's ship, and then take over that ship, which was a brilliant touch. I really thought that was really well done, and it's just a shame that there's no more Battlefront games on the horizon at the time being. You may have seen the very shaky cam footage that was snuck out of Rare. Was it Rare? No, Free Radical Design, just before they went tits up, that showed what they were working on. It looked absolutely amazing. So you'll see here there's a little bit of a jump in the footage just because I had to change to a Jet Trooper class, and I changed to the Jet Trooper, and because I haven't played it for so long I couldn't get the handle of the controls, and I ended up flying around, getting trapped in a bloody mountain, just getting shot and everything like this. So we've jumped forward about 5 minutes or so in the video. I've got to take down this command post up here now. I was really struggling with this jetpack. I just couldn't remember how it operated. When I used to play the game loads, when it was at its height years ago, I used to fly around on it used to be my favourite class. I used to just fly around taking everyone out, but I totally forgot how to use it on this one. And another thing that they also added to this game was the ability to play as the varying sides, kind of like the heroes, if you like. So, you know, at a certain level, which you'll see on this, you get to unlock Mace Windu. Other levels, you could unlock all the other Jedi characters, such as like Anakin, Darth Vader, Yoda, all this kind of thing. There was a multiplayer mode in this as well, which I remember being quite fun, which you could basically just pick different sides. So you could have like rebels versus Imperial forces, and you know, the rebel side would consist of Han, Luke, Leia, Chewie, Yoda, and then on the other team it would be versus, you know, like Darth Vader, Boba Fett, all that kind of thing. I thought it was a really, really good addition. I used to while away many hours on this. This little section here, I've got to snipe 3 different droids, and you'll see some absolutely fucking terrible aiming here, or not necessarily terrible aiming. You know, I'm trying to line up and shoot them, but they're just zipping about all over the place. The droids in this are a lot more lively than they were in any of the films, I'll put it that way. So, look, just shoot the fucking. Oh. Irritating. I actually found out the other day that they'd only just closed the service for this, literally on April the 15th, I think. For some reason, I just thought it was done and dusted. You couldn't play it online anymore. But no, according to a few people that I've had talkings to on the blog and via Twitter, it was still on as of, you know, this time last week, which I was literally like, my God, I would absolutely love for a really big online game with this again, but unfortunately, it's not looking so. I just wish whoever the powers that be at LucasArts or whatever would just, you know, just bite the bullet and just like say, look, everyone loves Battlefront. We need another one out. I mean, can you imagine a next-gen kind of like Battlefront? I think it'd be absolutely staggering. Something quite beautiful to behold. Excuse me. So it's me still trying to. There, look, watch this. Line him up, and the ammo runs out. Typical. But yeah, I did love this game. I used to sit for. I think when the game very first came out, I can remember going and picking the game up, coming back home, putting it in at about, I don't know, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evening. I was there till 5 o'clock the following morning, and almost did 12 hours straight on it. Not the best thing to do gaming wise, but hey, we all have a little foibles, don't we? So as you can see now, changed to the heavy trooper class. Got to take out some of these spider walkers, which I think you managed to do in about 2 shots really.
Master Windu has arrived on the battlefield. A lightsaber will come in handy.
So here we go, here's the Mace Windu now. So you did have lots of force powers and everything with the Jedi, you know, you could do force push and everything like this, but I just thought it was better just to get stuck in with a lightsaber and hack them to death. The controls were a bit, you kind of see here that I missed quite a few of them, and it's good, but just because as soon as you hit the button, it kind of keys in like the animation for it, and sometimes you just end up running past them. You're twirling your lightsaber blade, and you know, you just end up running past. But it's still good. By all means, if you like the video, give me a comment or just click on the like button. If you want to see any more of Battlefront, I do feel after playing this I might stick a few more levels on. So if there's anything that you want to see in particular, a Hoth battle, Endor battle, anything like that, please don't hesitate to drop me a comment, just naming the level that you want, and I'll stick a level up, play through it for you. Probably go through it on live commentary or something like that. At this point, I'm just playing something back that I recorded the other day. But you know, if you can imagine a next-gen version of this, imagine this battlefield with, you know, hundreds of droids and clone troopers around, and being able to control the drop ships and things like this, I think it'd be absolutely amazing. some of the other levels, like the Hoth one later on. I remember you being able to control the AT-ATs and things like that. They used to move like absolute slugs, but tanks really were. And I can remember just having some epic battles. You know, all the people on the Rebel team jumping into the X-wing fighters, trying to string the legs of the AT-ATs. I mean, literally just like you could almost be in the film, really, which was brilliant for a Star Wars fan like me. You know, it was just took me back to being 6 years old again, playing with my little toys. I've still got most of the toys, and I'm bloody 36. So this is just the very last section now. I've just got to take over this command post, and then that's the first battle over. So you can see there, the red levels are going down. If any of their troops come in, it kind of sticks on the red. You've got to eliminate anyone who comes in for it to start to take over into your colour. So as you can see here, there's a bit of a struggle. It's flashing on and off. I've got to get rid of these guys before it'll start filling up blue again. Excuse me. Here we go. Come on, Mace. Little bastard. At last.
Good job. May the force be with you.
So there we go, guys. That's the introduction level of Star Wars Battlefront 2. An absolutely fantastic game. I love it loads. I wish there was more Battlefront games coming out in the Star Wars universe, but you know, we'll just have to cross our fingers for that one. So thank you for checking out my video again. As I've already mentioned, if there's anything else you want to see in the game, just drop me a comment. I'll do what I can to film a level for you, get it up, talk a bit more about the game. This is Tony from Gamefreak blog, signing out.